Out of the 8 years that I've played Terraria, I have never seen a mod as creative and beautiful as this one. This right here is the Starlight River mod. A mod that completely reworks the game and adds a ton of cool bosses, items, weapons, and even puzzles for you to explore. And today, I'm going to be attempting to beat the game with this mod. If you guys like these types of videos, be sure to subscribe because I'm trying to reach 2k by the end of this year, and these videos take a long time to make. Alright, enough yapping, let's start this video. As soon as I spawned in, I realized how much this mod changed the game. Bro, the trees look so much cooler. Kinda makes me feel sad that I have to chop them down to get some wood. Once I had chopped down enough trees, I started building myself a house. Cause who the fuck knows what kind of creatures come out at night in this mod. And I'm definitely not taking any chances. Once I had finished this shitty house, I immediately went into the caves to go look for some good loot. But because I'm an idiot, I fell to my fucking death. When I respawned, I learned my lesson and I just placed some rope to be more safe. While I was looking around in the caves, I found this strange little structure, which was probably part of the mod. Anyway, it contained this really good magic weapon, which I quickly snatched up. A bit later in my cave exploration journey, I found yet another one of these structures, but this time it contained a really good melee weapon. By now, I think it's pretty fucking obvious which class we're gonna choose. That was a joke, I honestly don't have a fucking clue on which one I should pick. I know, how about we spin a wheel? Bro, I got mage. Well, I guess I'm a wizard for the rest of this playthrough. Fuck. Since I can only use magic weapons, I swapped out my point of light for my shine staff. And after that, I ended up dying because mage is fucking shit. I then went further left to the desert to mine up some sandstone blocks and craft this really good weapon. The idea behind this weapon is actually pretty creative. Basically, you throw your spellbook instead of casting spells with it. I then went to the right side of the world until I reached the snow biome, where I then found a blizzard in a bottle and this strange shining thing in the ground. When I mined it up, it turned out to be some geode that can be used to make a really good magic armor set. I also found 2 life crystals while I was down there, and then I ended up dying to a stupid skeleton. I later went to the jungle biome, but there was nothing interesting there except for a couple of life crystals and some more of those exotic geodes. I then decided to use a teleportation potion, which proved to be really useful because I ended up finding yet another one of those exotic geodes. I now had a bunch of these geodes, so I crafted myself the full Geomancer's armor set, which I honestly can say, it looks so cool, like they really went all out with the sprites. For some stupid reason, I thought that I could take on the Eye of Cthulhu with no Hermes boots. I mean, I was doing good damage, I just couldn't run fast enough. So, I ended up dying. Feeling pretty down about this loss, I decided to hit the caves to get myself a fresh new pair of kicks. It didn't take long for me to find them, and on the next day when it became nighttime, I summoned in the Eye of Cthulhu once again. As soon as I killed that stupid eye and sent him to his optometrist, this goofy ass looking penguin spawned in and started yapping about something. He started going on about this star site and how there's something hidden underneath the desert. But I don't know, bro. I decided to just leave that alone for a second and go explore the rest of the right side of the world. Which is when I found this strange looking structure in the snow biome. When I interacted with it, it released an aurora spirit which I had to follow. This aurora spirit led me to another structure, which led me to another structure, which led me to another structure, which led me to this. Like, what the hell is this? I placed a block on the blue square, and it led me deeper inside this little strange building. When I reached the bottom, I threw in the Christmas present that I got earlier, and it summoned in this new boss, the Oracle. Wow, what a cool fight. This mod definitely does not disappoint, and I highly recommend it. Anyway, I had to defeat him one last time to get a good magic weapon, the Overflowing Urn. The idea behind this weapon is you basically use your grandma's ice cold ashes as a weapon to freeze your enemies. Sorry grandma, but you're my weapon now. I then went to the desert to see what's truly lurking and hiding underneath it. After about an hour of digging, I found this strange looking biome.
What the heck?
While I was walking around and exploring this biome, I found an NPC called the Glassweaver. He started talking to me about something, but I just could not see what he was saying because of how many fucking enemies there are. He went inside the building and I followed him in there. Apparently he was some boss and he wanted me to challenge him. When I defeated the Glassweaver, I got a key which unlocks the Warrick temple, and I had to go through a lot of puzzles while I was in there. The first one was basically like a wheel puzzle, and I managed to do that pretty quickly. The next one was this light puzzle where you have to get a beam of light to the other side of the room. This one took a little bit longer, but I ultimately finished it. I later found this room with an orb in the middle, and when I jumped into it, this happened. It turns out that I got this new ability called Forbidden Winds. It's basically like a dash and you can break objects that you couldn't before. The next thing I did was I upgraded my Sanskrit to a Warrick book. I then fought the Blood Moon to get some living blood and craft myself a death saxophone. Using this and the Warrick book, I fucking obliterate the brain of Cthulhu. I then fight these dream looking little bitches to get some moonstone and crafted myself the Starlight shurikens. Feeling like a fucking god, I craft myself a glass idol and then go down to this temple looking thing and summon in Zeros. And there you have it, the Starlight River mod. What a beautiful mod. It is probably the best mod I've ever played, and I highly recommend it. It definitely does not disappoint. If you guys have enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe because I put a ton of effort into making these videos for you guys.